Keep right on.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's a team down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chant a super blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's see you in the pub.
Through the month of January with the Lily Foundation, live on Facebook on srbradio.com, and then recorded for Switch Radio 107.5 FM and DAB across Birmingham on a Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. A last-second sucker punch for Blues on Saturday at Preston after a good performance saw 5,625 Blues fans travel back down the M6 with heavy hearts. A great turnout though for Flag Day. Next, it's up against Resurgent Baggies, and that'll be away. That one will also be a great test of our character. Every Blues fan is holding the breath now for the impending EFL decision, and we will once again be in yet another relegation scrap. This time, not of the players or the managers doing. Great to welcome our special guests tonight, Baz and Tracy. We're in for a good one. Lots and lots to talk about. However, if we drift onto a certain issue, you will hear this noise, as I'm completely fed up with the subject. Ah well, as always, strap yourself in and get ready for the ride on the world's one and only Tilton Talk Show.
We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following.
Yes, and a very good evening. It's Monday night. The Bavaria is open, as you can see. A non-alcoholic beer due to the long drive back home. Evening, Mr. Fun.
Good evening.
Nice to see you. I've got a claret and blue top on tonight. And Mrs. Brown. And a very special welcome to our wonderful guests, Baz and Tracy. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to you, Tracy, for the first time, and welcome back, Baz. Right, okay. Top of the show, then I've got to wish my son Adam a very happy birthday for tomorrow. Happy birthday to you for tomorrow. There you go.
Birthday.
Oh, thank you. Chipping in there, aren't you?
Tomorrow. Let's not get carried away with ourselves.
Right, as I said before, Baz, I couldn't get to the game on Saturday because of the Midlands Grand National in our town, so the pubs were just mental all day. Great turnout, 5,625, I believe, something like that. Wow. You know, all the strife that our club's still in, we can send 5,500, 6,000 up the M6 to Preston on a freezing cold, miserable Saturday.
That's what we do, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's not a surprise. We've done it time after time, and usually if away grounds give us the opportunity to go 5,000 plus, we normally sell it out. So.
Right, okay. Firstly and foremostly, right, you won't do the sky jump, will you? You won't do the parachute jump?
No,
okay, all right. So what I'd like to do then is offer you a 5-minute sparring session with Baz outside now,
right,
for charity.
Okay. I think how far is the sky jump again?
13,000 feet, mate.
Yeah.
You're looking highly tuned, mate. Looking good.
Thank you.
Sorry. You can see how this is going to go tonight, can't you? How's the outreaches going?
It's going really good.
Excellent.
Really, yeah, excellent.
Yeah. I love reading about it. I promise you I will come and do one night again.
Sure.
I will. But then I'll come over, like, sometimes I'm over on a Saturday and I want to do it, and then Tuesday, oh, blimey, busy life. But I do get Tuesday nights off now, so and it's usually Tuesday night.
Yeah,
you guys,
it's usually a
isn't it?
Tuesday.
Is there anything specific that you need? Because the weather's been drawing in a bit again,
It's
hasn't it?
toiletries and boots we struggle for. A lot of our fundraising money is spent on toiletries, sleeping bags and boots, because they're the things that we have to keep replacing, because once they get wet they
Yeah.
can't dry them, and we have to keep going out and replacing them.
How big is the problem? Is it bigger than what the council think?
Yeah, a lot bigger than what the council say it
We had
is.
this conversation last time, and I saw somebody write something about 160.
100
young
and
people,
on
old
Tuesday
nosed
we
people.
served 171,
171.
and there was 100
And that's
over
just the ones
100.
that came to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is awful.
And some of them they have to bring food to them. Of course, they won't leave their.
they won't leave their tents,
Tents where they
so
are.
because their stuff gets stolen, so you have to go to them before or after the outreach.
Boots, toiletries, sleeping bags, people. That's what we want tonight. Boots,
Please.
toiletries, and sleeping bags. Now, Chris, you've got a drop-off point. Oh, he's got his headphones on again.
Yep, I have, yeah.
You've got a drop-off point in Alton.
Yep, just down Alton, opposite
Bordesley
McDonald's.
Labour Club will gladly accept,
Yeah.
and the
Yes.
Conservative Club at
Chelmsley
Chelmsley Wood will gladly accept. 'Cause I've taken stuff over there a few times now. So, anywhere else, or is that the three
At the
main
moment,
drop-off
they're the
points?
three main
So those are the three
ones.
main drop-off points: boots, toiletries, and sleeping bags. The appeal is out. Okay, right. Let's get something done. Right, getting back onto the football then, mate. Was it a good game?
I think the game first half was it was good, and then Blues started relaxing in the second half.
Yeah, well, they're tired out players, aren't they? Or do you
Dead
not
on
agree
their
with that?
feet. They're absolutely dead on their feet, and you saw it at Millwall on Wednesday night, Tuesday night, or Wednesday night, wasn't it? Yeah, they just look void of ideas, and when your energy's gone, those little 5-yard moves you make to receive the ball go, and you become a hell of a lot easier to defend against. And Wednesday night against Millwall, it was such a perfect example of how a side who loses, it only takes 5%, a drop in tempo, a drop in intensity of 5%. The Derby game on Sunday, took the energy out of them as well. They put a serious shift in there, and then a lot of the same players went again against Millwall. But this is the problem we've got. We haven't got a squad of 20 odd. We've got a squad of what we've got. We've got the players that Gary Monk trusts to put in, and I'm not gonna batter them, because they've gone to the well time and time again this season. And just when you think that they're done, they come back with another result, like they did against Bristol City the other week. We were very unlucky not to get something from the game on Saturday, and it's it's disappointing. But I'm not gonna slam the players,
No.
because they have done unbelievable things this season for a group that predominantly survived on the last day of last season. To get anywhere near where they have been, where they were up to 3 weeks ago, is a remarkable achievement. And this was always the fear that we had, in August, September, October time, that come March, April, this might happen, and we might tail away. And unfortunately, the last couple of games, it has looked a little bit like that. Goal scoring opportunities are becoming less frequent now. That sharpness in front of goal just seems to have dissipated a little bit. But they got the international break now, and they'll need it, because they got 3 really tough games coming up after that.
Well, the tough games coming up after that are West Bromwich Albion away, Leeds United at home, Sheffield United away,
Home.
beg your pardon, not at home, Ipswich away,
Yeah,
and Derby at home.
yeah.
Those are the next few, and then finishing off with
So 4 of those.
Rotherham away, and then Wigan Athletic,
Yeah,
and of course Reading on the last one.
yeah. So 4 of the next 5 are sides going for promotion and playoffs.
Yeah, but they're the
Obviously,
sides
we don't know what
we
state Ipswich are going to. Ipswich might be gone, dead and buried by the time we play them, so that might be a little bit of a chance to get back. But then you got Rotherham away, who'll be fighting for their lives, I'm sure, still, and Wigan, who might not be out of it, and then Reading, who might not be out of it. So there's an awful lot to play for in all the games at the moment.
Tell me about it, mate. Tell me about it. It's not going to be an easy running either, is it? Especially with the EFL looming over us now. The rumours are rife at the moment.
Yeah.
I've even had my son text me today and said, well, we've accepted it to go into next year. Please don't spread the rumours around. I hate it.
Yeah.
Right. Let's wait until something definitive comes from either the club or the EFL.
Every single story that's come out today is what we knew already.
Yeah.
It's
Well, what
the club, the EFL wants to dock us 12 points. We knew that in November. We knew that the EFL wanted to punish us the maximum that they could. That is no, the EFL wanting to punish us 12 points and some quarters of football expecting us to be deducted 12 points is not new news. That is what has been hanging over us for an awful long time now.
Right, okay. Mike Smith always thought you were blonde, by the way. There you go.
Aye,
Bit
Mike.
random, but there you go.
Steady on.
And what was the crowd like then?
It was a good, brilliant crowd. Because it was
Proper
like it was Flags Day, weren't it?
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Just the weather. Just the weather spoiled it, really.
And you went to Blackpool?
Yeah, I went to damn right. Damn right, I went to Blackpool.
For what?
I went to go on a big one, but
Didn't you
Too
go?
cold.
What do you go to
Too
Blackpool for
It was
if it's not a
Was it shut?
kid?
it was closed. Yeah.
I love it.
Somebody said earlier, do you know Danny Howe?
Danny Howe,
No? Can't think. No? Okay. Sorry.
old age.
Yeah, that's that.
What's your thoughts on points deduction then? What do you reckon? I know there's lots of speculation.
So true, I think we'll be fighting for survival again, like we did for the past couple of seasons.
Yeah, it's going to knock the stuffing out of players, isn't it?
Yeah.
If it's 12, yeah, they've got a ridiculous job to pick themselves back up. But maybe it'll galvanise it. You know, the way that teams do sometimes. They feel injustice has been done against them, and it galvanises the squad. It galvanises the team to stick two fingers up to the people that they feel have done them hard by. Whatever happened, if it's a points deduction, the people it is, the two groups it is ridiculously harsh on are the players and management and the supporters, because we've done nothing wrong. These players have on the pitch. Their efforts this season have deserved to be where they are.
Absolutely.
Deserve to be where they were 3 weeks ago. If powers that be out of our control decide that it's 12 points, then it's 12 points, and we've got to crack on and make sure that it doesn't cost us our place in the Championship.
Wayne Day's asking, where on the wood can we drop things, please? That is the Conservative Club.
Bosworth Drive.
Where, sorry?
Bosworth
Drive, the Conservative Club, Bosworth Drive. Go and see any of the staff down there, and they'll gladly take it off you. Yeah, it's Jubilees. Like, it's just typical Blues again, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
We get the start of the season, we get the monkey, and everything's like, wow, this is not us, and then all of a sudden, have another one.
But it's what we're used to, and it's fine. The fans will turn out at Preston. I'm sure Rotherham at Easter will be a sellout. I'm sure the Reading away game on the last day of the season will be a sellout. And no matter what happens, that the fans will still go and back the team. And it is out of our control at the end of the day. Whatever points deduction they want to throw at us, there's nothing we can do to affect it. So.
Robert Channing says hello from Florida, and I saw one a few moments ago from Cyprus, but I can't find what your name was. We go around the world, Tracy. We go around the world. Blues fans everywhere. Yeah, everything else. It's all rumours though at the minute, isn't it? So it's all speculation.
Like I say, the breaking news stories today that are the same story we've heard for 4 months. So until the EFL make their statement or Blues make their statement, then. We just crack on, and the only people that are affected by like I said, the fans aren't affected by the points deduction in a sense, because we still go and do what we do. We still go to the ground and we get behind the team, and and we do what we can to help them. It's the players and manager that need to know what this points deduction is, because we're now 8 games away from the end of the season, and we don't know whether we're in a mid-table comfort zone or a relegation battle.
Or as Lindsay Phillips says, we've given ourselves a 12-point deduction in the last 4 games.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And Alan Minute, who has officially said we're getting a 12-point deduction?
Nobody has.
As it stands at the moment, we don't know, you don't know, even God doesn't know.
Even I don't know.
Tracy doesn't know, nobody knows.
No,
Come
it's
on.
not worth knowing.
It's a 3-person independent panel. I'm sure they don't even know. So it's not the EFL's decision. The EFL can recommend.
Gregory wants to know how long before we reach the Premier League again. Have these owners got it in them to provide the necessary funds? Well, we don't know.
How long's a piece of string?
Exactly.
Of course, they've got the funds to get us there. They tried to do it a couple of years ago, which is why we're in this mess now. They've backed the wrong man. First of all,
Just imagine if we'd have them all then.
well, yeah. But this is the point. If you give it us now, say you give us this independent panel, give us 6 points now, and we stay up. But they said, but the important thing is what we can do in the summer. If we're back to scratch, and they say you're back to normal, it's a clean slate. Don't break it again. Just spend within your means, as everybody else. Well, I say as everybody else does. Everybody else isn't doing it, but just follow the guidelines. Spend sensibly. Don't have a wage bill, a wage to sales turnover of 202%. Who knows what could happen? Monk brings the players in that he wants. Why couldn't we have a decent season again next season? But with 8 games to go, we haven't got a clue what the situation is, how many points we've got, what we can do in the summer. So until this is sorted out, we really don't know. It's a guessing game for everything.
Somebody's just mentioned 6 this season, 6 next. That would be messy. Martin Swinsko would rather have 12 this season. Don't fancy going into next season without Adams and transfer embargo, etc. That's going.
But I'd rather have it all. If it's 12, just give it us now, so we know we're 2 points off the drop zone. We know what we're playing with. We know we're in a relegation battle, but we can deal with it. You don't have 6 now, 6 in the summer because it means we've got less chance of going down. If you've got the balls to deduct a team 12 points for breaking the sanctions that you put in place, do it, and then follow through with everybody else. But if you feel they've broke the rules in the same manner that we have, obviously the signing Pedersen has really annoyed them, and that.
But they signed it off at the end of the day.
Yeah, but they allowed us because we'd made the signing, and it would have been unfair on Pedersen to say you can't play because then he's in limbo for 6 months to a year and he ain't got anywhere to play.
Stockdale.
Pardon?
Stockdale.
What about him?
Well,
why are you bringing him up?
Because you want me to. Because I want you to fly off on one.
Why would you bring that man into it?
He's been in limbo for 12 months.
He hasn't been in limbo for 12. He's putting himself in limbo for 12 months by
We'll
being
get
a
back onto the
knobhead.
proper subject.
Listen,
now.
Yeah, but look,
Calm down.
if it's 12, if the panel decide 12, it's 12. Give it us now and let us work with that with 8 games to go.
Yeah.
But make it.
It's got to be a clean slate next
Make
season,
your decision. You've got to get on with it now because now we've said on a previous show it might not necessarily be the EFL. It might be Blues that have dragged their feet. We don't know who's dragging their feet, but you've got to get on with it now.
No. But it would be good for somebody to at least come out and explain what has gone on and why it's taken so long.
I don't think they will.
Won't hold my breath? No.
I don't think they will.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think what a lot of people are saying is that 12 points deduction, we survive. No 12 points, we survive. In one way or other.
Well, if we stay up and we've had 12 points deduction, then we're good for next season in effect. So you'd rather that.
I'm trying to think back to the Bournemouth when they went to Bournemouth when they got was it 17 points or something ridiculous like that. That's way. Probably before you were born.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. Bournemouth got done recently.
Yeah, it's probably about 83.
Bournemouth got done recently, but because they went up, it was just a fine.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure they got deducted points years and years and years ago, back in the 80s.
Leeds got deducted 15
Yeah.
points
15
not
was
long
it,
ago,
Leeds,
but
yeah.
that was a different matter altogether.
Yeah.
That was the administration
They
issues
still
and stuff.
that year.
But it
Well,
wouldn't
they
be,
went down,
Yeah,
but,
but it wouldn't be
and
the
then they played
same-
a couple of years in League One.
what I'm saying is, it wouldn't be the season you're actually, it wouldn't be this season anyway. I can't see that happening. It would be next season, wouldn't it? Start
What would?
off.
You can't
You
do it
won't.
twice, can you?
I can't. They're not going to give anybody a points deduction. 10 games to go. I can't see it happening.
Well, this is the problem, isn't
Yeah,
it?
we
You've
don't
got
know.
So many,
We don't
so
know.
many
Yeah.
logistical barriers put up.
Yeah.
But if it's at the start of next season, that's 2 years after we were doing our spending.
Yeah.
So it's taken 2 years for us to get our punishment. It's just madness.
It certainly is.
But-
It certainly is.
Yeah.
Anyway, news from the ladies' camp this week. Anything? Nothing?
Nothing.
International
Absolutely dead. Cup quarter final, FA Cup quarterfinals this weekend, so no game. Our next game is in March 31st, at home to Arsenal. But yeah, nothing.
Nothing to report.
No, all quiet.
Can I just quickly mention the 60,000 people at the Barca game, Barcelona game?
Yeah, Atletico
The ladies' game.
Barca, yeah.
incredible.
60,000 for
broke
them.
the
60,000 for a ladies' game.
I mean, there are extenuating circumstances. I think Atletico club members got in free. Everyone
Yeah.
else's tickets was about €4.50, I think. But
Yeah.
it shows that the appetite is there. You know, when I think it's different in Spain. If it was a top two clash, it was probably a title decider, and it's Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, and really, well, when you've got two teams like that, it's a bit different in Spain. If whoever pulls on those shirts, they take immense pride in. Whoever pulls on the shirt, it's a little bit different here. But
I heard the youth team get like 28,000.
yeah,
as well.
exactly. You know, and, so it's
Madness, isn't
it's the shirt, it's the colours of the shirt. It doesn't matter who's wearing them.
Abs-
If a team is wearing those colours, people will turn out to watch it.
It was 2008, Bournemouth, 17-point deduction.
17, was it?
17 point. Started the season. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a fair old whack, that is, isn't it?
What was it for? What was the offence?
Can't remember.
No.
No idea.
No.
If anybody out there
Something
does,
to do with
just let us
pies, I
know.
think.
Just let us know. Gregory wants to know why bring Marabti in if we're still in breach. I think that's because we let some players go, wasn't it?
Well, no. At the start of the season, we had 5, didn't we? We were allowed 5, and we only made
yes,
4.
yeah.
We only made 4 in the summer
Yes, we
to
did,
leave
yeah.
us 1 in January. So
Yeah. How can they penalise Queen's Park Rangers 42 million and still expect them to trade and turn profit? Makes no sense, Dave Nelson. It's a lot of money.
But this is the thing about starting with a clean slate again. So if you find somebody 42 million, yeah, that sort of you take that out of the equation when everything else comes into play.
I wonder if that goes into your accounts next year.
Well, it would do.
So you've been put
It would do, but you'd take it out. That's what I'm saying. I think you'd say obviously that's an extenuating circumstance. The rest, whatever your profit is, take the 42 million fine away. But yeah, but it's all about that clean slate in the summer. That's the important thing. If we're still hampered next season, then you're looking at certainly losing Adams, possibly losing Monk, and you're back to square one again.
Yep. The joys and sorrows, eh? The joys and sorrows. Football. Anyway, let's get back to some of your other work. Now we've put an appeal out for boots, toiletries, and sleeping bags, please. You can drop them off. Either contact Chris, he will get that organised from here. Conservative Club at Chelmsley Wood, or the
Yes.
Working Men's Club.
Yes.
That's
right.
just by the
Whitmore Road.
Whitmore Road. Big fire in Tyseley today, weren't there?
Yeah, there's always something happening in Tyseley anyway.
There's a couple in a
Right.
matter of weeks, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not suggesting anything.
I was just going to say
There
that.
are
We're
other-
not suggesting
there are other good
anything.
large fires.
I'm sure there are. Yeah.
Insurance claims.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should imagine the summer's almost as bad as the winter in some respects. Like when we had a summer like we had last year, and the heat, where do I get water from?
It's because they're sleeping in their boots, so nobody steals them. And
blimey.
the feet are hot. They get trench foot. They get major foot problems, winter and summer. So last summer was really difficult because we were having to go out more with bottled water and changes of underwear, changes of socks.
Do they get access to medical?
They get basic medical care for people that come out with us, like a chiropodist. They're not registered with a GP.
It makes you mad, doesn't it?
It does.
Sure does.
So horrible system. What a horrible system. And how do you break the cycle?
You need to address the issues of alcohol abuse and drug abuse first. They're not always on drink or drugs when they come out on the street. They end up getting on drink and drugs once they're on the street.
Yeah.
Putting somebody that's been homeless into accommodation and giving them their benefit money to pay their rent, they're not going to do that because they've got alcohol and drug addiction. They need to put them into assisted living and teach them life skills.
But if folks were put into assisted living right at the beginning of their tenure on the streets, so to say, and they have been used to living in a house and a home,
they stand a better
would
chance.
Would that be nipping it in the bud and like...
They stand a better chance
Yeah.
if they get help with their addictions. Because if you give an addict their benefit money and out of that you've got to pay your rent and your bills, they're not going to pay the rent and the bills. That's why they keep coming back out on the street. They need to learn life skills and get help with their addictions. You know, there's people out there that haven't got addictions, that are homeless, that have ended up homeless through no fault of their own. They're living with somebody that passes away and they're not on the tenancy agreement. They're not priority to the housing to be rehoused, so therefore they're out on the street. Landlords, private landlords, won't take anybody who's on
benefits.
this universal credit because
Two wonderful words.
because they're not getting the rent paid directly to them. It's going to the tenants, so they're not taking on people that haven't got basically a full-time job and a checkable history. So that's created a worse problem for us now on the streets, because this universal credit, apart from the homeless people, we now have people that have gone onto universal credit and have not had any money for 2 months, that are coming because they need a coat, or they need toiletries, or they need some of the other things that we supply, and we can't say no. How can you know, they need help. You can't just say, well, we do try and prioritise initially at the beginning of the evening, street homeless, and then the other people can get whatever's left.
Question from Adam Wilkes to the pair of you. Baz Tracy, have you ever done any joint work with Jeff Horsfield at all?
No.
No. Would that be something that would be on the cards ever?
We started 5 years. This is our 5th year now,
5 years, blimey.
and we're heading towards becoming a registered charity.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's our goal for by the end of this year.
What does that give you then as a charity?
We can get more help at the moment because we're not a registered charity, and you're
So
approaching.
you can apply for funding?
We can apply for funding, but also when you approach big companies, they won't help you because we're not a registered charity.
Oh, yeah.
So we rely on what money we can get donated to our PayPal, and if we don't have any donated, we have to make Baz dip in his pocket. because we've still got the same amount of people out there. I mean, you know, we had a great fundraiser last week. We raised over £3,000. That'll fill the van for 3 weeks. That's it. People think, oh, 3,000, that is a lot of money to raise in one night.
71 people, it's not a lot of money.
But it will only fill the van for 3 weeks. It takes £1,000 to fill that van every week.
And what do you put in it?
Toiletries, pop-up tents, foil blankets, sleeping bags, boots, snacks, bottled water, the carton
Boxer
drinks,
shorts, hats,
boxer shorts,
socks.
hats, gloves. Most of the hats, socks, gloves, underwear you have to buy new. Although they're homeless, you don't want to wear somebody else's pants. So
No.
that's the thing that takes out the majority of our our fundraising is for the new stuff that we have to buy.
Wayne Merrick is asking, do the homeless get any benefits, even though they've got no fixed address?
No. To claim benefits, you need to do an online claim, and you need to scan.
Oh yeah, we've all got access to that, haven't they?
You need to scan your ID. A lot of homeless people, they fight amongst themselves, so
Mark Adams
their
is saying
ID.
the homeless can use the job centre as a care of address.
No, that's not in Birmingham. It's not always that easy. If you haven't got ID, you can't make a claim. If you haven't got an address to have the ID sent to, it's a catch-22, and you
It's
sort
like
of.
chicken and egg, isn't it?
If you look on the internet, they say you can do this, this, this. You go out there and try and do it with homeless people and take them there, and it's not easy.
Kevko's asking, can you post the PayPal link, please?
Yes, we'll get Matty, who's sorting out our admin.
Just gone up.
It's just
Nice
gone
one.
up.
Thank you very much, Ed.
Thank you.
Speak of that.
Superman over there.
Speedy.
Tom Gent.
Great,
So there you go,
thank
the
you.
PayPal link
Thank you.
is up. Tom Gent, thank you very much for that indeed.
Cheers, Tom.
Do you know Tom?
Yes, he's,
Yep, good.
he's on our social media.
Excellent, wonderful. Paul Gill says there is a way to become registered charity. Is there a way to become a registered charity? Sorry, I've no idea how these things work.
We have to raise £5,000 and have £5,000 in our bank,
Right.
but we can't.
So you could have spent the first £5,000 on your work.
Yeah,
Yes, and you've got to have a fund of
you've got to have a
right.
fund of £5,000,
Uh-huh.
but we can't hold on to £5,000 because we need to spend it to get stock. So we need to get £5,000 and still continue
Anybody out there got £5
fundraising.
spare, please?
And still
It's, if
continue
you don't ask,
with
you
the
don't get, do you?
fundraising. Otherwise, like I said, it's costing us £1,000 a week at the moment to stock the van and keep going out there. When the weather's cold, like when we have the bad snow, we're out like 3 times a week, and it absolutely hammers our fundraising. Now that the weather's not so cold and it's mild, our donations drop. So
Yeah,
our
I see the
donations
cycle,
only
yeah.
go up around November and December. We've got a couple of regular people that donate on a monthly basis, but other than that, till February, March, from Christmas, we're very lucky if we get 100 quid in our PayPal.
Come on, people. We want your money.
But we are grateful for all of them we get.
Whatever,
Of course,
whatever
yes,
it is,
yeah,
it all
yeah.
counts into the pot.
Yeah. Lucy Williams, the council, are more interested in the binman strike than the issue of homelessness. Is disgusting and needs sorting out. Has it not been sorted yet?
Oh well.
No?
No, it hasn't been sorted. I think the back end maybe this week or next week. Yeah.
Ray Price, what type of toiletries do you need?
Wipes, roll-on deodorant, toothpaste and toothbrush, and anything
Shower gel.
because sometimes they can go into a local day centre
Yeah,
where they
yeah.
can have a shower, but they have to take their own toiletries. So
Here's a good one here. Celine Brett has just says, I'm a registered nurse and I'll happily come out with you to check all the wounds and etc. If any help I can give.
thank you very much.
Oh, that's
If
good,
you
isn't
leave
it?
your
Yeah.
details
Oh, good.
with the guys at Tilton,
Love it.
and they'll pass on my phone number. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Andrew Cave, I saw a friend of mine a couple of days ago in Worcester. He's got mental health issues plus other things. Also, his partner has been battling cancer for years. And he was telling me they have cut the benefits by 75%. He was about to go shoplifting, but I stopped him by buying his shopping for him, as I didn't want him to get into trouble.
That unfortunately,
Nicely.
that we've got homeless people in wheelchairs.
Just some breaking news coming in. The EFL meeting took place, reports are saying. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Yeah, that's nice of
Celine.
yeah, Celine. Well done, thank you very much for that. Missed the address in Alton, sorry, can you repeat it? No, Heather, just get in touch with Chris Brown. Get in touch with Chris Brown on the show, send him a message on Facebook and he'll get it organised for you. So we've got stuff coming in at least anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, give us your money.
That's what he's just
I want your money.
Give us your money.
Is there a way of approaching the blues players to see if they can provide the £5 float between them and associate themselves with the charity?
Unfortunately, they sponsor another homeless charity.
Yeah,
So.
But that's coming to an
Feels
end
so.
at this year, isn't it? Yeah. But will they continue the theme?
I'd like to think so.
It would be nice, wouldn't it? Would be nice.
Can you give the drop-off points again, please?
Yes, Bawdsley Labour Club, Conservative Club in Chelmsley Wood, and contact Chris Brown here on the show. Okay. An independent disciplinary commission has today sat and considered the matter between the EFL and Birmingham City in regard to the league's profitability and sustainability rules for the period 2015-16 to 27-18. Both parties await the decision of the panel. November's not too far away, is it?
But that's definitely the fact that they've put that out would suggest that it's definitely going to be known by the next game.
Yes,
absolutely. If they can't make a decision within 2 weeks, then you know. So
Ray Hobber, sorry if I missed it, but how did you get involved with this?
This is we were invited to serve with some friends of Barrington's that serve hot food.
Yeah.
Well, we're invited first by Midland Langer. That's some of the seat guys what do most of the food all around the country.
Oh yeah.
And they're out like 7 nights a week. I got invited to come out and feed the homeless with them. And I got there the first night and I went, bloody hell, I didn't realise there was so much people around. And the worst thing about it, I seen a couple of friends from school in the queue as well.
Right.
So did you come out with me that night?
We went. I came out with that night.
And I said to the wife when we got back in, I says, we need to do something. Well, obviously we can't do the food. We'll start closing them. Do closing toiletries and things like that. And that's where it all started.
Right. Okay.
It went mental.
Yeah.
When we first put it up on
5 years
Facebook.
later, we're still there.
We've still got the same 8 volunteers that we started with from day one.
Do you need any more?
We do have guest volunteers that are welcome to message the page, and then we'll put them on to come out with us one of the Tuesdays. Sometimes we need drivers to collect stock because we all work full time, so getting round to collect stock from the pickup points is a bit difficult, and then getting it to our sorting place, which is in Coventry, to sort it and size it up, and then getting it back out on the streets over in Birmingham.
Just give a shout out to the helpers you have, because Dave and Matty.
Our volunteers, we've got Dave, Mick, Sarah, Matty, Nikki. We've got Danny on our admin, and we've got Matty who does our admin. We've got Mark who goes out and does some collecting and comes out with us on the Tuesday. Most of them have been with us from day one, and without them,
How did you gather all these people together?
From our social media, we just put up what we were going to do, and people was just like contacting us saying, I'll come out with you, I'll come out with you. And from day one, like I said, they've been with us all along, and then every couple of weeks we'll take out guest volunteers. But we say to them, when you come out as a guest volunteer, we don't like you to take pictures. If you just come in to take pictures of homeless people to put it on your Facebook, that's not what it's about.
No.
It's about coming out and offering support and help in any way that you can. It's not, like just for your Facebook page.
That was an interjection, by the way.
No, sorry.
It was an accident.
It's an
accident
You
ding.
thought by the 3 times you did it.
I'd have thought you'd have learnt the difference.
I thought the
between
bell was
bell.
ringing.
Baz was going to get up for a fight then when he heard that bell.
Please don't use the bell again.
That was the beginning of our
Yeah, we're going to go out. Yeah.
Mark Adams, I think this is an education, as the average person doesn't probably understand the work people like you do.
Bless you.
Jay Raisey, fair play to both of you. Lots of nice messages coming through. Brilliant work, both of you, from Chris Carter. Well done, Tracy and Baz. Mark
Thank
Adams.
you.
Donation done by PayPal. Kev Kelly.
Thank you, Kev.
Top
Thank you
man,
very
top
much.
man. Yeah. Could you do anything on match day to make some money?
No, unfortunately. We did inquire a long time ago about a bucket collection.
What about something at the Christmas market? Would the council let you do that?
We have to pay the council for a pass.
You have to what?
You have to pay the council for a pass, unfortunately.
That's so
And
free in this
I
world.
refuse to do it on principle. You have to get a permit and
What about alcohol licence?
it just I don't know. We could use that, I'm sure.
Steve Portman, we're getting the same with Excessi Blues. So hard to get that £5,000 and at the same time keep £5,000 in the accounts. Yeah. So it's a similar story. They don't make this easy for you.
We'll keep trying anyway.
Of course, Lisa Bunn, Baz Tracy, you are real stars. Love to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Nick, fundraiser in the Black Swan. I think I could. I've got them football tickets.
Yeah, there we go.
I had some, the scratch card
Yeah.
football tickets. I had quite a few of them. About 3 years ago, we did the couple out there and found 4. So
Get
I'll
on
do that
it.
for you then. Yeah.
Great, thank
Permission
you.
of Tilton Talk Show.
Yeah.
Okay. Half the prize
Thank you.
money. There's 4 of them. Half the prize money to. And then I'll come down. I'll give you the cash, Chris, and you can. There we go, Gregory. That's underway. I'll put a like on that one. Can't BCFC give that £5,000 instead of paying the FA? Yeah, we've got fined £5,000 today for failing to keep our players under control.
Have you ever heard anything like it in your life?
Never.
Considering
What did the Blues players do?
what it was.
Both clubs.
Considering
Yeah,
what it
Blues
what did
players do?
Blues do to warrant a
I didn't see any
£5,000?
real serious.
It was after the
altercation.
Keith ridiculously so much,
Lost
and then
Chris,
a whole football club.
Chris,
Sorry.
we're down. Well, we were down.
All right. I'll be back.
You can cut that bit. Back up.
North Ferriby United, a whole football club, had to fold last week because they owed £7,500, and then the FA get £10,000 because Tyrone Mings pushed Che Adams, who pushed so and so. It's madness.
Anyway.
Absolute madness.
Anyway, Dean Lomas, any help I can give 2 guys on part of the Lee May Foundation, but always happy to lend a hand. The comments are just coming in that thick and fast, I can't keep up with them. Where can we drop the things off needed? Once again, it's the Labour Club at Bordsley,
On Whitmore Road.
on Whitmore Road, the Conservative Club at Chelmsley Wood,
Bosworth Drive.
Bosworth Drive, or get in touch with Chris Brown here in the studio. Bick Singh, keep right on to all. Thanks, Bick. Nice to have you aboard, mate.
Dale says, the beautiful people, Baz and Tracy, hope to meet you soon, all the way from New York City.
Oh, thank you.
See, we do go around the world. We do go
I know.
global. It's global, you know. I don't know where Bick's been, but Ray says you made it back then, Bick. This stuff being the media, not the rubbish they keep. Okay, we'll keep on this theme for a minute. So, get the club to charge £1 extra for a pie. Jay Raisy.
Had some horrible ones at bloody Preston the other day. Oh,
No good.
nah,
What did you have?
don't know, but it was horrible. I spat it out.
You spat it out?
Yeah. Took one bite and spat it out.
Lindsay Phillips, kids need both parents nominate a midwife to be a VIP and receive full hospitality on Midwives Day on Saturday the 27th of April against Wigan. See knbp.co.uk for details. There you go. Thanks, Lindsay, for that. Get a box and make some money to give to Baz, Chris.
Yeah.
Gregory B says get a box.
The box.
A box.
It means it blows.
Baz box.
Wayne Merrick's a work in Baggington. I'd gladly drop stuff off for you.
Thank you very much.
So there's another outlet. Replying to Lucy, this is not our third year. Right, okay, I'll come back to that one in a minute. It's a shame there is nowhere in town where you can set up camps with tents and shower blocks.
It would be nice too. I'd like to look into converting one of those big buses.
It'd be nice if we didn't have a problem. You could spend your own time at
But
home.
really, I'd like to just eradicate the problem initially. But, you know, we'll just keep plodding on with what we've got and try and get the support that we need.
Adam Nolan, hi Baz and Tracy, would love to help out. There is no need to sleep on the streets. Unfortunately, there is sometimes.
Give the Facebook page
Yeah.
a follow, Birmingham Homeless Support Team, and inbox our page,
There you
Birmingham
go.
Homeless Support
Birmingham
Team
Homeless
on
Support
Twitter.
Team on Twitter and Facebook.
Facebook.
I've also got a message from a certain person who said he's going to speak to the company he works for to see if they can put up the £5,000. They're making a big splash in the Midlands, making everyone hear about them. They might say no, but they might say yes.
Thank you. There's no harm in trying.
No, I'm in trying. You see what a forum like this can do before, you know, and all of a sudden you've got all this
Yeah.
incoming. Love it. That's what that's one of the things I really
That's what it's about.
genuinely love about this show. I do is that these people out here are proper. They are absolutely
They are.
proper. Pam Gardner, Mr. and Mrs. P, you're amazing people.
Oh, bless you, Pam. Thank you.
It's Barrington. My son used to play football. No. Yeah, Steve Portman says I went out with guys and just chatted to people. Steve's living in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice lad. Give me a lift back from Wigan. I'll never forget that. Go on.
Another message come through. These are private messages. Chris, I work for Unilever, who make most toiletries. I'm going to ask for a massive donation of toiletries for the Birmingham homeless. That's a great one.
Thank you very much.
That's a great one. Yeah, get in touch with me, right?
Get in touch with Chris here and
I'm gonna go out buzzing
send
today.
you our way. Thank you.
Might even have a pint when I get there. 3 or 9. Mandy Irvin, Conservatives hang your head in shame, especially with all our homeless people on the streets. That shouldn't be there. The messages are flying in. No, what I suggest you do. Chris, where are all these messages available once this show's finished? Are they...
Still on the page.
Right, because I go onto the Tilton Talk one and I only get a few... Not nowhere near as many as what we get on the show.
Yeah, no,
If you watch it from the start, they all come back through again.
Okay, all right. So
I'll
there you go.
I'll
Then you
read
can-
them when we get
well,
home.
read them, but take a pen and paper with you and take folks' names down and this, that and the other.
And we have missed a lot of exercise.
We do like to read all of them.
Why wouldn't the club let you book it collect? That was from Mike Smith.
Because
They've got their own
they
charity.
support the Horsefield
But if you're in
Foundation,
the
so
street,
you still need a permit to collect from outside on the
No,
street
what's the
from the
purpose of that?
council. No, but you'd need permission from the club because you're collecting from their fans. So it's really
well, hang on. So if I go into the centre of Birmingham and collect from a Sunderland fan, if I could just ring Sunderland up first, there's a Sunderland fan here who wants to give me a
if you
couple of
collect
quid.
from outside the ground, you still need permission because
Right.
you're collecting from fans going into the ground. It's
a nightmare,
it's
isn't
a
it?
real grey area with this collecting on the street. We've got buckets, we've got the labels, we've got the tags.
Madness.
We can only really use them at fundraising events like we had last week.
Yeah.
Or
When you go out on your trips on a Tuesday night and things like
Yeah.
that, are you allowed to have buckets with you there when you're
no,
taking
because
things
we
out?
haven't got a permit.
Right.
So what we have
'Cause
to
it's the city centre.
people do walk up to us when they see what we're doing
Yeah.
and give us £20.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine
yeah.
because we haven't got a bucket and we're
Yes.
not asking them for any
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
But a gentleman very kindly donated some magnetic signs with our logo on that
Okay.
go on the side of the
lovely.
van. So now people actually can see why we're there and what we're
Yes.
doing. People do come up and give you £20, £40 and say buy some stock. I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great, but we can't technically stand out
You
there
can't
with a
ask for
bucket
it,
and
yeah,
encourage
yeah.
people to donate on the street.
Well, I can, but I'll get done for it.
yeah.
That poor girl. Easy solution. Collect on the way out of the ground.
It's not so easy.
It's still, isn't it, Chris? It's a real
Yeah.
grey area.
Yeah, my daughter tried doing it for acute leukemia, and it was she just gave up.
The amount of red tape and
Yeah.
aggravation that it's just not worth.
It's not worth it.
One from Ray Hobro. Serious question. Do many homeless people or families get put back into housing?
They go into, I'd say, not many, but they'll go into a hostel for probably. They could be in a hostel for about a year before they're then. See, the problem is with some of the hostels where the council are paying £300 a week for one person to stay in a hostel. Once you go in that hostel will do their best to keep you there because they're getting £300 for you, rather than assist you with moving on to your own property because they've got to then fill your space. Now, some of the hostels the homeless won't go to because they're really not pleasant places. There's people living all under one roof with drug and alcohol addictions. So you can imagine it does get a bit leery and they do tend to fall out with each other. There's some of the hostels that are making £300 from one person for a room that's probably smaller than this studio. So they don't encourage you to move onto better things.
System stinks, doesn't it?
It is.
Overall.
I never realised myself how bad it was until we started doing this and then we looked into things and it's just horrendous.
Mick James, fantastic work tracing Baz and the rest of the team. Mike Smith, the councillor, a joke making money off people trying to raise money for the needy. That's exactly as it seems.
It is.
Jess McDonald, get Buzz in a bra and a thong and do a car wash.
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't be the first
He
time.
didn't say no,
He
did
did.
he?
He did that for cancer research.
Did
That
ya?
one went
Yeah.
wild online.
I put bra on that on, didn't I?
Andrew
Yeah.
Purcell, what about the local supermarkets? Because last time I did a collection for you, the supermarket up my way was very generous.
Some of them are generous, and they will donate things that are left over.
I've got that one off.
And we've got a woman that offered us bread and whatever, but you know,
You
some
think
of
of the
them.
things they must throw away
Oh, it is.
on a daily basis.
It is.
It's frightening, really. Yeah,
They are,
and that's.
yeah.
But this is the problem again. Is it's the problem with brews? It's the problem with asking for most big companies is that they're already affiliated, and like you said, the difficulty when you're not a registered charity.
Even when you are a registered charity, it's difficult getting your foot in the door.
Yeah.
Emily Drakely, Tracy and Baz, when uni is finished, James and I want to volunteer to help.
Bless you,
Kiss, kiss,
Emily.
kiss,
It'd be
bless you,
lovely to
Emily.
have you out with us.
I still need to get you that tenner. Paul Regan, hi big fella. I don't know who he's talking about.
Steady on, Paul. Got to be
Or
Baz.
which way he's talking about. Would you be able to collect at open air markets or car boot sales? That one was from
Then
Chris
again, the
Rutter.
first thing the police will ask you for is a permit.
Is your registered charity number
Is-
and your permit?
and your
yeah.
permit, yeah.
The authorities, they're pretty good to you, though, aren't they? I mean, where you pitch up and that, like you don't
Yeah,
get any
yeah,
hassle
they
or
are.
anything.
They are really good.
Yeah, I
the
was
police-
really amazed, like,
the police
they're
are
doing
good.
such
I
a
mean,
good
you was quite
place.
shocked when you
Yeah,
came out to see us at the amount of people
I tell you what,
that were
it just
waiting for us
blew
to
me
pull
away.
up.
Blew me away.
I mean, I did look at you a few times
I was
and you were just
shocked.
standing there shaking your head.
I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't, and the food queue. I'm getting goosebumps now. The food queue.
I mean, that queue
was
starts
incredible.
from 6:15. They start queuing.
You know what amazed me? I got there really early. I thought, there's nobody here.
There's no homeless
There's
people.
nobody. What
all of a
am I
sudden-
talking about? The homeless. And as soon as you set up, I think 2 stalls. Wow,
Yeah.
hundreds of them.
Yeah.
They just come out.
As soon
in
as you pull up
shadows.
and put out the tables, they just come out from that big car park where a lot of them sleep. They just come out
Yeah.
from there, and it's shocking.
Every week the van gets emptied.
It does,
Every
yeah.
week.
The van comes full, chock
Yeah.
block. It gets emptied every week.
It reminds you like you know, you get a car boot and you open the car boot and they're all
And
trying
they're
to
all
get.
trying to get
It
in.
was
But
like that.
there's never enough.
Nah,
There's never
never
enough
enough.
stock.
it's amazing.
Warren Starling, it'd be nice if the likes of Digworth Dining donated a night's entrance takings. They make a fortune on the door. I don't know what Digworth Dining is.
Oh, it's a diner that
Is it?
does all
Ah, right,
different foods.
Get Baz to do a charity head shave. Might slip. They do have a sense of humour. It's like, yeah. Yep. So difficult with bucket collections from Steve Portman, especially when you haven't got that charity number. Yeah. Do you know what? When you're not involved in something like this, you don't realise just how difficult it is.
No, people think it's easy to just run a charity. It's not. Even getting registered is a massive milestone because the amount of paperwork that you have to fill in to become a registered charity. But we're going to do it.
Alfie Cook at bars in blues pubs on match day have a little tub to donate because I'm sure after a Blue Nose has bought their drink and have lots of change, they would surely donate.
Same problem.
Same problem. They're affiliated with another homeless charity, so they won't.
Right.
They
Okay.
can't collect for us.
The council won't give anyone a penny now. The 2020 games have to be paid for. Isn't it sad that that's
No, but
that's
because
gonna
they'll
come
want to
first?
move them on. When
Yeah,
when all the
that's true,
visitors
yeah.
come to Birmingham, they'll be
It's
moving
amazing
them
to
on.
see how many people are left in 2020.
Dave Twine, do you do charity selling on eBay?
No, we don't.
No, something to think about.
You do Amazon though, don't you?
Yeah, we've got an Amazon wish
Emily
list on
Drakely,
there.
can Baz shave Chris's head for charity? I'm glad she said you, not me.
Oh, Chris! Wants to shave your head? It's terrible, that is.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I'll show you his chest, yeah.
Tried asking local schools on school uniform days, etc.
We do have a couple of local schools that support us with kids donating pound not to wear uniform, or they collect hats and gloves for us in the winter.
What about local company didn't donate? Didn't well-known blues fan make millions from car recovery? I don't know, John. I really don't know. So, blues coaches away days would all put in for the drivers, so why don't we do a second back with the charity? We took 9 coaches on Saturday. Now that is a proper.
That's a good
one.
idea,
There's about
actually.
40 odd coaches altogether, wasn't there? 40 odd coaches altogether.
Paul Gill, comment of the night so far. Blues coaches away days. We all put in for the driver, etc. So what about a second bag for the charity? We took 9 coaches on Saturday, I think.
That wouldn't, yeah.
50 on a coach. That's 450. Yeah.
Difficulties on the official Blues coaches again. Would it be allowed on the official ones? Obviously,
Just send the bag
the
round.
unofficial ones you ain't got a clue.
Just send the bag round.
Yeah, well, don't know them, is it?
Yeah,
Send the bag
nobody
round.
listens to this rubbish anyway. So
Or Baz versus Chris for a kickboxing night for charity. Alfie, I suggested that right
Chris,
at the
they're
front
in
of
for
the
you
show.
tonight.
I'll definitely have some of that.
Bless them. Feel ever so bad for Chris getting all this abuse.
Right, the other subject we want to broach tonight, and Benji Smith has just asked this question. Genuinely interested in why you took upon yourself to give that young lad a chance at redemption.
Well, my wife showed me the tweet. And
I saw it, and
Yeah.
it turned my stomach, to be honest with you.
it was really degrading.
Yes.
It was bang out of order for that tweet what he sent. But at the end of the day, do I see each one teach one? You know, the guy's a young lad. He's 19 years old, and we all made mistakes. I've made 4 or 5 mistakes, and I'm still here to tell the tale.
Yep.
Not everyone's going to get 4 or 5 chances like me. So I decided to jump on it and help him out straight away.
Can't blame you. Can't fault you.
No.
Because I tell you what,
But everyone was appalled by it, not just Blues fans, and
I
Villa
was
fans.
far from.
the general
I wrote to you.
the general
I was,
public
Yeah.
itself
I was
appalled
far
by it.
from appalled
Yeah,
by it. Right, bang! A lad's made a serious mistake, and it was a horrible, horrible mistake to make.
Yeah.
Right, even if it wasn't a mistake, he did it on purpose to get clicks and a laugh.
Yeah.
A reaction.
Yeah.
A reaction. He got the reaction, but he didn't quite get the reaction he thought he was going to get, did he? No, because
That's the problem now
door.
with youngsters. I mean, when we were young, we didn't have this social media
No,
thing.
no.
But now you've got these youngsters. Everything they do is driven towards how many retweets you get and how many you likes.
Spot on.
So the more abusive they get more retweets and more likes by their friends. So obviously, when he's typed that message and pressed send, that message you ain't never getting it back. So when he's gone on to it and replied, it's gone viral. So then, obviously, did he realise it was ever going to go to the extreme that it wasn't just that message?
I don't know how old the kid is.
He's
19
19.
years old.
19. At 19, we do stupid things. We don't.
You don't think rationally.
You're an adult, but you probably don't really understand the consequences of your actions and what you do. And you're spot on, Tracy. The world of Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. The more retweets, the more likes you get, the better you are as a human being. The more successful you, the more opportunities you get of being outrageous. Fame comes to you.
You've got
this is
young
all-
kids that are filtering pictures, young
Yeah.
girls that are filtering pictures to get more likes and more retweets.
Yeah.
And
I can't wait
This
to
is
go
how
to my
the-
age
but
and
this
look
is
back
how-
at all them
Yeah,
photos and
but
think, what a
problem
brat
is,
I was.
you know,
you won't recognise yourself, would you?
he came down on Tuesday to do the home reach with us, and he's a bright young lad.
Yeah.
The guy, the kids at university.
Well,
He's
I
a bright
applaud
lad.
you for giving him that opportunity of he's got 2 paths to follow, he's got 2 choices to make, I applaud you genuinely from inside my heart for giving him that opportunity.
In between
and
his
grabbing a
studies,
word.
he will be coming. That's just not one night he's coming
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
In between his studies, he will be coming out.
So let's not persecute the lad. He did what he did, right?
Yeah.
Okay, his time for redemption is now, but he's got to put his feet where his.
He showed a lot of remorse for it, didn't he?
He did,
Yeah.
and he's continued to keep in touch with Barrington. It wasn't
Excellent.
just, I'll just turn up and do this and hopefully it'll go away. He's continued to keep in touch. When he's home from his studies, he'll be coming out with us again. And, we'll continue supporting him. I always say to Barrington, years ago, you made a mistake. You could do 100 good things and people will always go back
Yes.
to the mistake that you've made. At the end of the day, you've more than repaid to the community for anything
but
that you did.
I'll always be that.
But you will always be Barrington
Yeah,
Patterson,
How old are
the
you, Barry?
ex-football hooligan.
Barrington, sorry.
Sorry?
How old are you?
Me, I'm
53.
53.
Yes, that's me.
He's old enough to forget how old he is.
Stop counting.
Yeah.
I'm 53 at the
Yeah,
moment.
trust the
54
diary.
54 in August.
54 in August.
So 50.
when he gets to
54.
your age, yeah,
Yeah.
he
won't be
might-
looking as good as me when
He
he's
won't. No, he won't. Right? I couldn't say anything else, could I? Yeah. But when he gets to your age,
Yeah.
you don't know that this seed that you've just planted in him,
Yeah.
he might have reproduced that tens of thousands of times in helping other people.
Oh,
Yeah.
it'd be nice if he did.
So
No, when I was doing whatever I was doing when I was his age, there was no one to help me. There's no one to guide me.
No.
I just went out and did what I had to do, and suffer the consequences later. But everything comes back and haunt you in life.
But the thing is, like I was saying, he's 19. He sent not just that one tweet, and we're not justifying anything that he did. It was several over a space of weeks. If he had not have sent that tweet to a well-known footballer, would it have escalated to the way that it did?
No.
Because at the minute, we've had a troll for 3 years that posts pictures of our house, takes pictures off our social media of our children, sets up her Instagram page with all our pictures on, and has continued to troll us day in, day out for 3 years. Did the police do anything about that as quick as they did 48 hours? Alfie handed himself in.
Right.
He wasn't arrested. He handed himself in.
Yes,
Sorry,
Mr.
that's the first one of the night.
Go on.
Ding.
Oh, was it the bell? The bell.
So, you know, it's sort of one rule for one and one for another, depending on who you send the message to, allegedly. But we'll see.
But
We'll
again,
see, we'll see.
it's social media, isn't it? And the level of outrage, you know, that some accounts are looking for. It's, and I think that, you know, that's one of the worst things about social media is that 85% of the population are rational, sensible, level-headed people who won't get heard on social media. But if you're that one person, a group of people that your views are so extreme one way or the other, it's your voice that gets heard, because it's that gets retweeted time after time after time. It's that you see in newspapers and calling him names and things like that.
So
And-
you put a tweet out, and within 10 minutes, it could have gone around the world.
Yeah,
Twice.
come back again.
everybody's seen it. Yeah,
It
Yeah.
could have gone around the world twice in 10 minutes at the speed these things work at.
yeah.
Yeah. So just be very careful. Be guarded what you're doing. Be careful.
And I always
Not you.
post
No,
up like,
I need to be as well.
I always post
Yeah,
up
you do.
more than once a week. Be careful what you tweet, because once you press send, you're not
Yeah.
getting it back. Somebody screenshotted that and sent it on, so you can delete it all you want. Somebody else has
Somebody stuck
screenshotted
it.
it and reposted it.
Yeah, as a picture.
So
yeah.
before you press send, look at it and read it and think,
Right.
do I really want to send
I read
that?
everything twice now.
Yeah.
Ray Hobro, do you have any positive stories about helping the homeless? Thanks for that insight. Anyway, that was
Yes.
Yeah, no,
we've
really
got
good.
some. We have got some positive stories. You know, we had a couple that were sleeping at the back of Digbeth last winter when it was really bad.
Yeah.
They got into accommodation after the winter. We've got a young girl at the moment that comes to see us every Tuesday. She's, under 20. She's been 4 weeks clean from drugs. Every week she comes and tells us and shows me a letter now. She's had her test and she's still clean. You've got to encourage people like that. She's got nobody else to tell that she's 4 weeks clean. She wants to come and tell us because she wants us to be proud of what she's doing.
Looking for the encouragement, aren't they?
And you have to encourage them. Even if some of the ones that are on drink or are on drugs, they do get a bit leery and they can come across as a bit ungrateful. But put yourself in their position. They're sleeping out there all night. When we've done what we're doing, we're going home.
Yeah.
So, you've seen it for yourself, Chris. They can get a bit leery and have a fight amongst
One flick of the
themselves.
switch and the radiators are on. Well, you can do it off your phone now, can't you?
Exactly.
What about the old woman after a little bit?
There's a lady that comes like 70 odd,
Really?
and Baz has sort of took her under his wing, and she comes and he buys her chocolate, and the little things in life that we take for granted. He'll buy her chocolate, and then for Christmas he bought her a little bottle of port because it was Christmas, obviously out of his money, not money that's donated to us. We don't encourage buying them drink, but she's in her 70s.
Oh, I like a little tickler port, I do.
And you
So I'll
know,
get you a bottle next
if you
week.
can't be nice to people that of that age who are struggling, then what's going on in the world?
Good suggestion from Des. What about doing a documentary on the Birmingham homeless?
Yeah, we're speaking to somebody at the moment
If you want the
regarding.
voice, you're very welcome tomorrow.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I did say you've got that voice earlier. We're in talks with someone at the moment that's going to do an undercover sort of thing for us.
Get Tracy Hemmings to knit pairs of gloves. She'd do a pair a day. I didn't know Tracy knitted. We'll put that out there. There is literally hundreds of messages. I've just had 81 more messages in that time we were speaking together.
Oh.
41 coaches all told at Blues.
Yeah, 40 odd, yeah,
41 coaches. So could you imagine, like, £2 off everybody on that? Times that by 50. Come on, you're the accountant.
100.
4 times 41.
4,100.
4,100.
You'd have almost had your
Yeah,
money
41
worth.
coaches to a game. It's not even a cup game or anything.
No,
like that, so
yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
man, that's bloody good. That is.
If you could do that 2-3 times a
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Blues
Yeah.
took 13. Official.
Okay.
Okay. Paul Gill wants Chris Pewter's used to be used as a charity punch bag.
It's not your night tonight.
I'm sure he means Chris Brown.
Spells it wrong, hasn't it?
Yeah, they keep doing that. It's amazing how often they do that.
Mandy Irvin, do you see many veterans that are homeless on the street?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, this
Unfortunately.
disgraces me because
Yeah.
That,
You know,
yeah.
you fought for the country. You're born here. You fought for the country, and you end up on the bloody street.
I didn't get posted out to go and fight for the country. I did a time in the army, but unfortunately a serious leg accident meant that I had to leave. However, my other half's son was killed out in Afghan, right? So we know all about that, and you know, Sharon's in touch with what they call it, a mom's Facebook page. So it's all
Yeah.
military moms that have lost kids,
Yeah.
you know, young girls as well as lads. And we're obviously in touch with the wider circles as well, so we get to hear quite a lot about the
And it
the military.
is bad.
Yeah.
They come out, they've got
No,
post-traumatic
zero,
stress.
nothing.
They've lost a limb.
Yeah.
We've got a guy that comes to us regularly who's lost a limb for fighting for this country and sleeps in town.
If anybody from the government is listening, you are a disgrace.
Should be ashamed of yourselves.
Pure and
You are a
simple.
pure disgrace. Yes, so no, it's something that we're obviously quite close to as well. So just makes you wonder, though, doesn't it? You know, they send them out to Afghanistan and Iraq, and whether it was the Falklands or Kuwait, wherever, Kosovo. They go willingly. I know they go because they have to, but.
You know, otherwise,
They go
think
willingly.
about your own people first,
And then
before you
they-
think about other
You know,
people.
they send how
And
many
they
billions.
they risk their life and
Yeah.
limbs, yeah, and then come back and the military just go, don't want to know.
Yeah.
Well, they send billions abroad, and you've got
Yeah.
ex-soldiers sleeping on the streets in Birmingham city centre. Now, would it be not to sort out the people here before we start spending billions abroad?
Well, it's not Birmingham, just the Birmingham city centre.
It's-
It's Burton on Trent now.
It's everywhere,
You know,
honestly.
I mean,
That's my
small
own
town
town.
like ours, you Toxeter, it won't be long before it's there.
That's
Yeah.
my own town.
Is it
and
your own
it's
town?
it's
Yeah.
going to get worse.
Yeah.
Each area where
Born in
they're
Burton
rolling
Hospital.
out
So like
universal credit, it's just going
Anglesey.
to get worse.
Blimey.
So
Small world, isn't it?
you'll notice the
used to live in
homeless
Slade
increase.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in Burton the other day, down, it's digressing.
Again,
It wasn't blues related, so I'll leave it.
I'm a Burton Albion fan, boy.
Marmite or no Marmite?
I hate it.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love the stuff. It's made in Burton.
Marmite.
Yeah.
no,
You like Chris?
No.
No.
it's for wrong uns. No.
Oh dear. Serious question now. No, we don't go there. I won't go there.
Can you go to the competition?
Yes, please. Absolutely. Of course you can.
There's a pot over there. I wonder if you could draw a name out.
I'll carry on with this, Baz, because there's so many messages coming through. So if we see Baz in the pub before a Blues game and give him some money towards the charity, is that acceptable?
Of course it is.
There you go. Of
He's
course
not
it is, Graham
asking you.
Skillman. Of course it is.
Draw has been made.
Draw has been made.
Yes.
The winner is
John MacDonald.
John MacDonald, you are a winner.
Old MacDonald.
Courtesy of Barrington and Patterson.
Yeah, going back to Twitter, people are even retweeting this this chap shooting people in New Zealand. Why would you
See,
do
that's
that?
just wrong.
would
Anybody
you
that's
do that?
retweeted
Yeah.
that onto my timeline, I've had to block them.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da. Right, okay.
Also, we'll have another competition in a bit. We'll have the 3-word review as soon as the backroom staff get the fingers out.
Thank you very much. Thanks for doing that, chap.
No problem.
Alcoholic Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous meetings are free. Sober people to listen and talk to. Tea, biscuits, a warm room, and you can make a donation in the pot that goes round. No money, no problem. The problem with so many addicts is they won't accept. There is more. They won't accept they are alcoholic or addicts as part of the madness of addiction. Of course, if you are homeless, what is this? Please don't do it to me. Yeah, it's gone.
Rose.
Yeah, it's froze. But I think we can get the gist of that.
The
is that,
gist
you know,
of it.
quite
They need to
often-
accept that they've got a problem themselves. They're not going to listen to me telling them they've got a problem.
No.
They need to want help to get out of the cycle. You
It must be
imagine
the hardest thing to break out.
a lot of them will take drugs because they're sleeping outside in the cold all night. Hence
Stops
why
them feeling, yeah.
it stops them feeling and actually seeing the situation for what it actually is. But they're not helping themselves because they take drugs. They go into a deep sleep in the cold weather. Hence why they're getting found dead in doorways
Yeah.
because they don't wake up when they feel the cold because they're on drugs.
Matty Simmons asked a question. He's asked, what's the panel's thoughts on the banners glorifying a certain individual?
I've already given it a dong.
We aren't talking about it.
No, we're not talking about that. No. It's
Spoke
been
about it last
talked
week.
to
It's all
death.
subject.
And we ain't talking about it.
I don't know what more than you can talk about it.
It's
What more
nice
is
to
there to
see.
say about it?
Nothing.
airtime.
That's why we're not talking about it. It's nice to see someone trying to sort the youth out. Kid made a massive mistake. That's going back onto our field. Yeah.
Duncan says that you should both be honoured
Oh,
in your
thank you.
list.
There you go.
We honour
Really?
each other. We honour each other.
Mike Smith, Cardiff at night is a different place. You can't walk for the people lying on the street sleeping. Jesus.
Yeah, I had a chat the other night to a chap, and he's outside Dove House every Saturday night, and he's only young, probably about 18, and he said that he's had a place and he's got a place to go to, but he says that he feels safer where he is on the streets. He says the last few nights I've been there, I've got robbed or
That's it. Like I was saying earlier, they put a lot of people with the same issues in a place, and it does get volatile.
Yeah.
So some people that haven't got drug or drink issues won't go and stay at these shelters because it is quite dangerous.
Yeah. Kev Kelly, those ex-soldiers will be better off washing up in a dinghy at Dover and claim refugee status. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. So you can walk around minding your own business, happen to be carrying a bucket.
I could try that. I'll give it a go.
Can I just get the 3-word review out the way?
Yes, you can.
The winner of this week's 3-word review is Mark Jackson with Barn Door Banjo.
Barn Door Banjo. Barn Door Banjo. Ray, Baz is always in bar 8. Not always, I think. The ever-popular, never-aging traditional main stand. The Ray Hobro main stand. Oh, quite a few reactions about
What
Marmite.
times do you normally get into bar 8?
Well, depends. Sometimes I'll just go straight into the box, or sometimes I'll probably go into the, what's the pub called?
The George.
The George.
Okay,
Bar
yeah,
before I
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Sometimes I just want to get away from the crowd. And
Yeah,
just go
yeah,
straight
of
in the
course,
box,
yeah.
And because we've done bar 8, anything to do this week with a pub?
Oh no!
And a footballer. Anything to do with a pub and a footballer. So any item that is either used or stored in a pub or...
Like beer.
Yes, yeah, names of beers. So for your last 15 minutes, 15 minutes on that one. And let's see if we can make Mr. Fun laugh just
You won't get any reaction.
any reaction from me.
Trace, I'm sorry it's gone on a bit, but people are just asking questions.
No problem.
So,
Right.
you've probably heard this a few times, but I've also noticed people pretending to be homeless to get cash from begging. Do you get that That's all, like.
We do, from a certain minority, who I won't name, who are living in one of our properties, who will come out to pretend to be homeless, collect the money and then go back. But we have our regular people, and you've seen it for yourself, we're a pretty good judge of who's who and who's not, and we're never going to be able to stop that.
But there's a lot of people that come down to try and get things which are not homeless, and we're just having to move on.
Like, you know, if I do spot them, I will say to them, you're happy to take something from somebody that's sleeping on the streets? You're happy.
They're in a hostel, yeah.
They're not in a hostel, they probably live in a 3-bedroom house.
Oh, right.
But they'll come and try and get brand new stuff.
That's kind of the lowest of the low.
And I say to them, you know, you do realise you're taking from homeless people. But we're pretty good
I
judges.
think when your morals are like that, you ain't going to care anyway, are you? Anyway, we've got Denver Bar. No, I've got to try and make him laugh once in the last 15 minutes.
That's not going to
I
happen.
know you're not.
What happened?
Frank Worthington, Mickey Gin,
Jean Merrick.
Kevin Kilnban. No, I'll go on that one. Tony Cascarino. No, nothing. Hotter chocolate.
Who likes that one then?
Hotter chocolate.
Yeah. Karen Brandy.
No, that's quite clever.
Snigger.
Oh yes, that famous footballer Karen Brandy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gareth Ale.
Yeah.
No reaction yet whatsoever. Okay, up your game, people. Seems there are several different charities all wanting the same thing to help the homeless. Could you not all come together under one group?
I don't know.
Trouble is then so many people involved. There's a chance someone wants to take the lead.
Yeah, and
someone
I don't
becomes
want
the
a
head of it.
charity where people are going to take a wage from it.
Yeah.
Whether we're registered or not, you're not taking away. We don't take expenses out of
100%
anything that we
donations go
fundraise.
into it, yeah.
Every penny that we fundraise goes straight back out on the street.
Nice one.
So
And most of the time we always take a video to prove
of the stock,
to show
you see on our social media, we video the
Do you
stock.
have to account for it anywhere, or
We do account for
Yeah.
it anyway.
Yeah.
Just because we want to.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Even when we're registered, we won't be taking away. It's not.
Yeah.
We're not doing it because we want to live from it.
Mm.
Because obviously we work full time, but to get registered, we still need to get this £5,000, which will then help us to go on to get more donations from bigger companies.
Yes.
You've probably put more in it than you'll ever get out of it.
Oh, we say
Apart-
that all the time, don't we? The amount
Yeah.
of coats and that I've took off him when we've run out of stock and put it round someone. and our volunteers have done it as well.
Boots in the car and they'll go into the car and get them and give it to the homeless.
Because we ran out of stock and someone needs it more than he does.
Matty P, Tracy Baz, Judith has gone quiet. Has she gone away? Laugh, laugh, laugh. Well done both. Proud to be part of the team.
Oh, bless
Nice
you,
one.
Matt.
Nice one. Delia de Cola.
It's not working.
Delia de Cola.
Steve Bulmer says they're the same. No charity really needs to take a wage.
No.
No. Ben Foster's, Chris Brew.
Yeah, but they do though, don't they?
We do, yeah.
You know, just like all these children in need.
Yeah.
Someone's getting a little
Yeah.
slice of backhander out of it.
Not a little
you know what I
one.
mean?
Yeah, comic relief.
Yeah.
Ale in Brazil. Alan Brazil. Jim Smith.
Yeah, I got who it was.
Beer Matt
but,
Hudson.
yeah.
Can somebody
I
check
hate
the-
this.
Maxine Carling.
Hate the last 15
Maxine
minutes.
Carling.
Sometimes it's an honour and a privilege to be on this show.
Mark Viduka.
Sometimes it's a curse.
You just don't know how to lighten up, do you? That's your
It's an
problem.
absolute curse.
Oh dear. Declan Ice. Baz, what you and the likes of mixing of MLSS etc. doing for the homeless is superb. Massive respect to anybody who does this, from James Smith.
Thank you, James.
Thank you. There is a PayPal
Yeah, PayPal link on our
link.
page.
It was on
And
put on earlier,
Chris
but
will
if Matty
post it up
could,
again.
put it on again.
Tilton Talk later, yeah, put it on the Tilton Talk page later.
Tracy and Barrington, can the homeless access food banks?
There's a couple of local churches that will give them food. But bearing in mind, a lot of food donated to food banks is for people that are on low-income families. So a lot of the stuff comes in tins, which is
No good.
to allow them to keep the stock in there longer. It's a lot of tin stuff, which is not really practical. We do like a bag with cereal bars and crisps and biscuits, and we'll do them a bag up and give everyone a bag that comes to see us to pick up clothing. But access to food banks is not really practical.
Ironically, you're next to a church as well.
Oh, that don't let us part there.
Richest institution in the world.
That's incredible, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's fine. As well.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. Kevin Poole table.
We just park on the pavements anyway, so.
Yeah, I know. And they've never said anything. No?
No,
No.
it ain't a dicky yet.
They can't.
Lucas
They can't,
Jukebox.
Oh, yeah.
Try to keep a straight face.
He will do. Dennis
What-
Bailey's. Jack Magner's Homer. Barry Fry up. Well, I don't know.
Nothing. Barry Fry.
Ray Martini. Martini. Can somebody check Mr. Fun for a pulse?
Hasn't been one of those since
Let's
about
give him a kiss
2004, I think.
Steve Sherryman. Go on.
So what I have forgot is a lot of people are listening online and they can't see the PayPal that goes on
Right,
there.
okay.
So I'm going to go through it. Okay. So it's www.paypal.me/helping Brums homeless. So that's www.paypal.me/helping Brums homeless. There you go.
And of course, as this goes out on Switch FM 107.5 tomorrow night, if there's anybody else out there that can help across the wider streets of Birmingham, please get in touch. Please get in touch. No problem. Denver Bar, I think we've had that one, haven't we? Steve Red Bull. Give up, Nick. Monday.
Yeah. The most sensible comment of the night.
Yeah,
Fun
Scrumpy
hates
Jackson.
it the last 15 minutes. Can we do it earlier next week then?
Do a whole hour and a half if you want.
Lewis Drunk. Wayne Hennessy's.
Yeah.
Shay Carlin. No, I didn't get one. Steve Ballmer's. Why don't you let Mr. Fun go at 8:45 to catch his bus, the miserable
Might as
git?
well. It's not a bad shout, actually.
Lionel Messi toilets.
No, I don't do that.
Chris Woodpecker.
Jerry Gill. What's that mean?
Andy Kohler.
Anything?
No. George Beery.
Nothing?
All right over here, thanks. Yeah.
Oh, dear me. Teddy Sherry, you can come.
Great show again, gents. Baz and Tracy, keep up the good work. You are pure legends. Keep right on.
Thank you very much.
Mr.
Yeah.
Fun on a sponsored silence. You'd go a week.
Gladly.
The regular listeners of this show would put so much money towards that, actually.
I think so.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I think so. Yeah.
A whole show where you just say things really controversial that you know would wind me up, and I have to stay silent for the whole show.
Nice one, Steve Portman. We did our weeks of action event the other week, and the food that we had left over for some of our members, Brenda, Jeremy, and Stav, took out to the homeless. So that's a nice gesture.
Congrats.
Thank you very much.
And you know what? We clean a lot of like executive offices now where they have these great big meetings, and the food that's left over, it's
Shocking.
it's incredible.
Smog
Absolutely.
Smith just tuned in. Got a lot of clobber to give to the homeless. Where does it need to go? 3 places you can do this, my friend. Number 1 is Chelmsley Wood Conservative Club, Bordsley Green Labour Club, or get in touch with Chris Brown here on the show, as he's got a lock-up
Down in Alton.
down in Alton.
Opposite McDonald's, where you might find it.
Don't advertise it. Femi Martinez. Oh, we nearly did. We nearly cracked a smile.
Really done.
It really nearly cracked a smile.
Mr. Fun to wear a greasy Grealish mask for charity next week. I'll donate £20 to the homeless charity if he does that. Says Paul Gill.
Or I could just hang myself live on air. That'll do. That's a preferable option to wearing that scumbag's face.
The money's flying in. Stop it.
Another popular idea for the regular listener.
West Brom away Saturday. Prediction.
It's ages away.
Week on Saturday,
Yeah, no, it's a week
well,
Saturday.
It's a Friday night, I think.
Oh, it's Friday night, yeah. Bloody hell.
Yeah, so
A week Friday.
it's a long way to go.
Too far to go?
Yeah, I
All right,
think
okay, we'll do it
it
next week.
yeah.
We'll do it next week. Following the break, what points can we expect from West Bromwich Albion, Leeds and Sheffield from Kev Kelly? I don't think we're going to get a lot, Kev, to be perfectly honest with you.
But, and there's,
And yet we could turn around
it's
and...
the impossible question to ask because you don't know what situation you're in. You don't know whether you're a mid-table club or you're in a relegation battle. So you know the whole ethos, the whole identity of those games changes dramatically depending on where we are in the league and what we need to do in those games. They'll all be really tricky games because all three of them have got a hell of a lot to play for, especially Leeds, Sheffield United, going for automatic promotion.
Yeah.
Really tricky games, but they'll be at St Andrews, and I'm sure whatever happens with the points deduction, whatever happens against West Brom on that Friday night game before, then it'll still be a difficult place to come for Leeds and Sheffield United.
Jermaine Tennant's?
Oh, good, we're back. Good.
I vote for a 10-minute selection of the slow dedicated to reviewing the current performance of Ndoye and seeing where he'd fit back into our team when his contract is extended.
I tell you what, you're definitely getting a sponsor silence there.
You're so loved, aren't you,
We're
mate?
talking about that.
20 quid for a live hanging. That's awful. Who was that? John? Who was it? It wasn't Dennis, was it? No.
I think
Winners come from
John Smith.
Matty, I think.
Go on then.
Paul Pepsi Salido.
Yeah. Chris to sing Captain Sensible. Happy talking.
Are we going to talk about the international focus or not?
Are we going to talk about what, sorry?
No time.
No,
is there?
Ah, good.
About what?
International.
Internationals coming up.
Oh, there is there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, God. Is that why we've got an international break?
Normally, yeah.
Normally, yeah. Normally, when there's an international break, you see international football is playing.
Because I'm so interested.
That
Who
was
are England
exciting.
playing?
Who are
England playing.
we have the Czech Republic
All right. Where?
Euro qualifiers. I think they're both at Wembley.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's on. There's one on Friday and one on Monday. I think so. It'll be going on throughout next week's show.
You go to any internationals, Baz?
No.
No. I used to go to all
I'm
of
not an
them.
England supporter. No.
No?
No. I've never been to an England match. I'm a Blues fan. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm a club man, not a country man.
I used to go to them all.
No,
But-
you didn't find me at an England match at all.
No, once all the prima donnas and that got set in, and all Rooney and Beckhams and
Yeah.
ruined
All the-
football.
Blues is my
all the
club. Blues
Roonies,
is
the
my
best-
country.
Respect,
England's
mate.
greatest
Respect.
ever player. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got your England shirt on, have you?
I have.
Dear. Wembley's his 15th birthday. Taking my son Friday to Wembley, it's his 15th birthday, Lindsay. Well done.
Fantastic.
Happy birthday to your son. Many happy returns from everybody here at the Tilton Talk Show. Well done all for show and charity work, John Smith. Keep up the good work, guys.
Cheers, thank you very much.
There's a whole wealth of people out there rooting for you and behind you. And
Cheers,
hopefully
guys.
what we've helped to do tonight is get a few more on board.
Cheers, thank you.
And massive respect for having a word with that lad, mate. Honestly, boom.
It's opened a few people's lives, right? Anyway.
Yeah.
A few people have.
For me personally, I didn't think it was so difficult to just go and collect some money on the street.
Well, now you know.
All right, I'll go up my end and I'll pull another appeal out at my end as well
Right,
this week.
thank
So
you.
I'll bring you a car full over in a week or two.
Can I just say congratulations, not Blues related, to Molly McCann, first ever English female UFC winner. Won her fight on Saturday night. Her eye was out
It
here.
I heard you something say about that eye, but I couldn't find the picture.
Absolutely outrageous. If you have a look at her eye, it is in pieces. Really bad injury, but she fought through, she battled on, and she won it. So, the first ever English UFC winner in the octagon, so well done to her.
Thumbs up, Baz and Tracy with a big blue love heart. Baz, flick that fly on your right hand side with a big smack. Paul Serrano.
No.
Oh, we're back. Sorry, we're back.
Listen, guys, thanks for giving up your time and coming out
Cheers,
here
thank you
tonight. It's
very much.
absolutely brilliant to see you both. Well,
Thank you very much, folks.
to meet you, Tracy, as well.
Thank you.
The work you do is absolutely amazing. It fills my heart personally when I see stuff going out there, and I do promise I'll come over. Chris, thanks ever so much for your time and input, especially in the last 15 minutes.
Oh, yes. If you ever need someone to be completely uninspired by anything, on your man.
Stop.
Mrs.
Got
Brown.
the job.
Good night, all. Have a safe week. And anything you can do for these guys, please, 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 please dig deep. Thank you. God bless and keep right on.
Good on.
We have the cheapest tops here at St Andrews. They gotta give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever. Let's hear it from the stand. So go